In the late 18th century, a quiet revolution began, not with armies or kings, but with words, dreams, and emotion. This was the Romantic age of English literature, a time when poets turned away from reason and embraced the heart, the imagination, and the beauty of nature. They found truth not in science, but in feeling, not in society, but in the human spirit. In this journey, we meet 6 great voices: Wordsworth, Coleridge, Byron, Shelley, Keats, and Blake, poets whose words still echo in the rhythm of the wind and the quiet of the soul. Our journey begins in the Lake District, among calm hills and silent lakes, home to William Wordsworth, the heart of Romantic poetry. Wordsworth believed poetry should speak the language of ordinary people and capture the purest human emotions. In Tintern Abbey and I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, he showed how nature mirrors our feelings, how the rustle of leaves or the light on water can bring peace to the soul. For Wordsworth, every simple scene held divine meaning. He wrote, "The child is father of the man." Through nature, he discovered truth, memory, and moral strength. But where Wordsworth found comfort in the real and familiar, his close friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge wandered into the mysterious, exploring the dreams, fears, and visions that lie beyond the waking world. Coleridge was the dreamer of the Romantic age, his imagination a gateway to the unknown. In the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, he spoke of guilt and redemption on a ghostly sea, where nature itself seemed alive with moral power. And in Kubla Khan, a vision born from a dream, he created a world of pure imagination. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree. Coleridge taught that poetry could unite the spiritual and the fantastic, showing that dreams are as vital as reality. While Coleridge's imagination soared to the mystical, another voice brought fire, passion, and rebellion to Romantic poetry: the unforgettable Lord Byron. George Gordon, Lord Byron, was both a poet and a legend. His life was as dramatic as the verses he wrote. In Childe Harold's Pilgrimage and Don Juan, Byron created the Byronic hero, proud, restless, and haunted by his own spirit. He turned personal passion into universal poetry, fierce, witty, and full of life. "I love not man the less, but nature more," he once wrote, revealing both his defiance and his tenderness. Byron's poetry burns with intensity, a reminder that emotion, even when wild, is the truest expression of the human soul. Yet while Byron's fire roared, another Romantic voice rose like the wind itself, gentle yet revolutionary. His name was Percy Bysshe Shelley. Shelley was the visionary idealist of the Romantic age, a poet who believed that beauty and truth could transform the world. In Ode to the West Wind, he speaks to nature as a living spirit of change. "O wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind?" His poems, from To a Skylark to Prometheus Unbound, are full of hope, rebellion, and light. Shelley dreamed of a world free from tyranny and injustice, where imagination could awaken humanity. His life was brief, but his words still move like the wind, unseen yet powerful. And as Shelley's voice faded into the breeze, another young poet emerged, one whose words glowed with quiet beauty and deep emotion. That poet was John Keats. Keats wrote as though every moment of life was a fragile miracle. In poems like Ode to a Nightingale and to Autumn, he found eternity in the passing of seasons and immortality in art. His belief was simple yet profound: a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Though he lived only 25 years, Keats transformed suffering into serenity and mortality into music. His voice reminds us that even in sadness, there is wonder, and that beauty itself is a form of truth. But long before Wordsworth, Coleridge, or Keats, there was a man whose imagination opened the door to Romanticism itself: the visionary William Blake. Blake was both poet and painter, a mystic who saw the divine in every living thing. In Songs of Innocence and Experience, he revealed the two sides of the human spirit: innocence and corruption, hope, and despair. His poem, The Tiger, still burns bright in our memory. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. To many of his time, Blake seemed mad, but to later generations, he became a prophet of imagination. He showed that creativity itself is a kind of faith. And so ends our journey through the Romantic Age, through words that change the way we feel and see. Wordsworth taught us that nature is the mirror of the soul. Coleridge, that imagination makes the unseen visible. Byron, that passion and rebellion can be poetry. Shelley, that ideals are worth dreaming for. Keats, that beauty is eternal. And Blake, that vision is truth. Together, they remind us that the world is not made only of what we see, but of what we feel, imagine, and love.